YouTube here. So you getting AJ Brown and Kamara for JT and Ayuk good for you? What do you guys think of that trade? AJ Brown and Kamara for JT and Ayuk.
AJ Brown and Kamara for JT and Ayuk. I think I would. That's kind of close. I mean,
probably taking the second side.
Yeah, I feel like I want.
I mean, it'll depend on if Ayuk's in like New England. Then
yeah, I'm kind of.
That's the big question mark there. In 10-man league, I don't think Estime is that great of a pickup. He's like a last round guy you're picking up in theory. Let's see here. Getting a alert from Sleeper saying, is that Evan Fournier or Stephen Curry is wild. Pittman in early fourth good, yes.
He just went crazy to end that game.
Where's the link? Let's post the link in here in this chat. So we're live on YouTube, so everybody
can send that in there. Here. It's also in our Instagram story at Prediction Strike. If that's easier to click on, it'll send you right to the draft.
It's also in the fantasy channel of our Discord if you're in our Discord.
I will send the link in the chat, though, if people want to copy and paste
that. Discord. I need to mute that bitch. That is popping up my ear. Like I can't. All right. How do I think Deontay Johnson will perform? I think he'll finish top 12. Let's see here.
We've got Nova in here. We've got
Kincaid top 3. I think Kincaid's a top 3 tight end this year. Let's see here.
I sent the wrong link. I sent the link to our stream.
Heard so much LaPorta and Pittman hate it's insane. That's what I'm saying, Nate. Like everybody really hates those picks, but like the projections still bode rather well for them. All right, we just need 4 more people in here.
We just got It's Hype in here, yeah.
And I believe I don't even know if I've actually selected a spot yet. So where do you guys want me to draft from? 4, 9, 10, 11,
Can you
12?
not draft from the 4? I don't want to draft next to you.
Do you want me to 2, 9? Where do you guys want me at?
Wherever you want.
Wherever
you want some practice at.
I'll probably do the 9 because that's where I'm actually drafting from.
Oh, cool.
In one of my
cool. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Here, I'll make it easy. I'll just go towards the front and make it easy.
Right.
No, take the 9. It's fine. I want to be working around the best.
Grant wants the smoke.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put it here. Kamara, James Cook. I'm more of a Ray Davis guy, so I think Kamara is going to get you short-term PPR upside. It's always interesting, though. Like, you go on TikTok and you post the same exact thing, and it, like, doesn't get, like, near the same amount of views, which is kind of fascinating, at least for a little bit. But Kamara, James Cook, I lean more towards the Kamara side. Like, I really believe Ray Davis is going to become relevant in that offense. So we're just kind of vibing. Is there a way to watch, like, Ray Davis highlights while we're on here? We're not even going to get monetized for this anyways, so it's like, why not watch Ray Davis highlights in the meantime?
Okay, we got another person, R. Hamad. Thank you for joining. And what's going on if you're watching? Oh, we got another who is Ryan. What's up, dude? If you're watching this, I know he's also in the Discord.
This is just against Florida.
Under center, Ray Davis. Bounce it to the...
Is Cup late second or reach? According to market sentiment, no. Link to join. So if you go to the YouTube, which is in the bio here, the direct link is in the bio. We have that posted there, so you guys can go ahead and join the mock draft. And that way you can also watch back the stream and what you do and don't like.
Wells, are your kittens big by now?
Yeah, I got this one right here that hasn't left me alone this whole
This
time.
guy is a big dude now.
Dude,
hey.
Y'all are flexing on me.
Yeah.
You guys are going cat for cat right now.
Cat for cat. Don't let me get toothless in here. But let's see here. 9-yard receiving touchdown. I want to see one of the big runs from this game. That's what I want to see. And then Jackson, let me know once we're completely filled here. We should be
all right. I'm gonna let that one. I feel like we just let that one dude who just asked you.
Yeah.
And then we get it going.
Sounds good. We should be able to get 2 more in here realistically.
I just don't know how long these Discord heads are gonna wait.
That's like 1 more.
2. Yeah, okay.
All right. We just need 1 more. So type in Discord that we just need 1 more, and we'll get this off and running. And he's gone.
Ray. all day Ray.
Just a highlight of the same run.
Feed the beast. And they cannot stop him.
I got Pacheco over Kamara.
Shifty, explosive. Sees it, puts his foot in the ground. And here he
Pacheco over Kamara.
Ray Davis past midfield.
That's what you said, right, Wells?
Yeah.
Before Castell just
Favorite early second? Probably Marvin Harrison if I'm trying to stack with Puka.
Davis back in. And Davis back to action as he spins his way inside the 5-yard line. Ray Davis.
Ray
In the
Davis.
backfield. Davis pushing ahead, and Davis is in.
All right. Should we get this going?
Ball came out.
Sounds good. Sounds like we got
Let's do
12.
it.
No, we don't got 12, but
We got one missing here.
I
All right.
feel like
No, start.
one auto
We can do
tune
it.
is fine. All
Sorry.
right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Wait, how many? I need to
James
make.
is asking for the link actually, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Let's make sure. So send it in the YouTube chat here in the comment section. Let's see. Do I have it?
Okay, let's do 30 seconds.
In
30
which
seconds.
chat, Wells?
Here, this one here. There you go, James. That should be able to get you in, hopefully, if you aren't already. But spot
Okay.
12 is available. I don't believe James is in just yet. Yep, there he is. All right, we're all good. We got 12.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going.
Bang.
All right. So hopefully these guys get woken up that they are drafting, but we'll
Yep.
try.
I know who this guy is. At NJB. All right, let's see. I just
101's
no,
pivot
him.
rather common anyway, so I wouldn't really overthink it.
Oh, I'm gonna mute that.
Oh,
Oh,
Come on.
oh no.
CD Lamb, that's fine.
Sedarian.
All right, let's see where Nova goes. Doesn't look like he's online right now.
I'm gonna name my kid Sedarian.
Yeah.
Let's see their roster.
Were you guys able to hear me right there? I just realized I had everything muted.
Yeah, I was able to hear you fine.
Cool. Nova, get in here.
Come on.
Come on.
I mean, suitable
Is what
pick.
it is. Don't
Yeah.
buy them. T. Higgins or Rasheed Rice? I prefer Rasheed Rice.
Good pick. It's hype. I think I prefer that. I'm gonna go with B here.
DJ
My
Moore,
boy.
Waddle. Ooh, DJ Moore for the time being, but Waddle's an interesting leverage piece. P cubed with an auto here.
P cubed. Where you at, bro?
P cube choking. Sam Laporta round 1, not that crazy. That's where I will draw a line technically, but like yes, based off the argument we
If Wells
talked
is drawing
about.
the line, then
But yeah, I mean when you have Sam Laporta enjoyer coming in here, going Sam Laporta round 1, not that crazy.
Sam
Like,
Laporta
I don't know what
oh,
else to say.
Whoa.
Dude, these sleeper
Oh.
chants are crazy.
Oh, Justin Jefferson at the 7th. Not a bad pick, Mufti.
not in the slightest.
I don't know. Amon Ra might. Like, those guys are kind of even for me.
Yeah.
Reese, I like it, Grant.
Jamia.
How good will Puka be? I'm expecting to be very good, but we'll
Do
see.
you think people are gonna get baited by that? Did you see that like little piece that came out about Cup? It
Oh
was like,
yeah, no, they
ready
are.
to thrive.
They're already like buying into it so
Yeah.
hard. Like these people have really big priors on Cooper Kupp and are steaming him up boards. Like I'm very confident Cooper Kupp's going to replace Puka Nacua ADP wise. All right, so who do I have here?
Stay crazy.
Okay.
I like
So
that.
Well,
Marvin's pick
with
is so interesting,
King.
honestly, because like there's two ways to look at Marvin Harrison, in my opinion. Like you have the part where he's probably not going to produce to the zenith that you're expecting right out the gate, but then you have like the end of season like upside, where
Yeah,
he
if I can
could
get
really
him
be
here,
getting
if
good.
I can get him here, I'm pretty comfortable with the pick. I'm
That's what
not
I'm saying.
reaching on him earlier in this, but if he gets here, I'm very content.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I love the Marvin Harrison pick in reality. It's just like it's such an intriguing one because it's like we're all really high on this kid, as we should be. And we know in week 17 he's probably going to be like an absolute like monster.
So in this
That's the
position
Rams,
here,
right?
I'm pretty much always going either ETN or Laporta. I think I might be a little bit saucy and go 2 running backs up front here. I like Travis
Oh,
a little bit
A
more.
little
than ever.
saucy now, huh?
yeah. You shouldn't have let Kyron fall. Oh,
You think?
yeah. Kyron's the pick there.
Well, I mean, he went right after.
That is true. Is Marv a good trade for player? I believe he's a great trade for player, Nate. I wouldn't be surprised if people get frustrated right out the gate.
Laporta.
Laporta.
Nova's getting a decent auto team here. Let's try to wake him up.
Very fun, Nova.
Laporta's got to be the best, or
Pick
the
out of
most
that.
common keeper player used, right?
Yeah,
I would imagine. Like, there's no better keeper. And I think that's part of why people are telling you to fade him is because there's so many of these people that play in keeper league. Like, well, I have Laporta at this cost. Like, why would I ever drop him here?
If people drafted Achon too, that's one that probably is being used a lot.
That's a much more difficult one to figure out.
I'm in an interesting situation because I can probably get a running back that's useful in like the 6th or 7th or so, but I can also just take CJ Stroud in the 12th, which is kind of nice to just bank that up.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers is a phenomenal keeper for this year because, like, you probably won't have Devontae Adams next year.
Yeah.
And that target share opens up a lot. And you probably go get, I don't know if there's really anyone that's going to be phenomenal coming out of this class. Grant's probably going to know more about that than I will. But like
tight ends wise?
No, quarterback wise. But I'd imagine you guys probably go search for
someone. It's weaker
someone.
than this class, but it's still a good one.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm content with this.
That was the other pick I was looking at. Okay.
Oh, we'll get owned Wells.
I'm going to be doing this more, I think, honestly, in drafts this year. I think I'm going to be playing an elite quarterback in this spot. Just because I want the safety of the points. And I feel like Jalen Hurts is one of the safer options this year. Because I was considering the Pacheco pick. But you can go receiver here. You can go running back. But like I think in home leagues, getting a mobile quarterback or like one of these early quarterbacks is going to be a real kind of separator for you. Same thing with the tight end position, realistically. Because a lot of those other things can fill. But there's also just a ridiculous amount of good picks on the board. Like Rachaad White is one of the worst picks on the board. But at least in my opinion, but who knows, he's a smash potentially. But that's also because I'm a believer in Bucky Irving.
Bucket
Irving. A lot of interest in the Oregon squad this year is what I've noticed out of my takes, which is kind of funny.
It's fun group.
Ugh. That is the worst pick on the board to me. I don't care what anyone says. I mean,
all their running backs, though, if you ask their coach about him, he's like, oh, yeah, I hope he fucking tears his ACL. We don't need him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just it's the worst offensive line in the league. The efficiency is clearly declining. And he's a PPR scammer. Like, I'll give you that. Like, he's going to be great for PPR, but that's about it. DK Metcalf, one of the most interesting picks on the board. Like, this is somebody that could honestly nuke in this new system. And I'm curious to, like, what is your guys' opinion on the whole DK Metcalf thing? Because I honestly don't have a really good read on that Seattle situation.
He'll always have a role on streaks and in that type of route tree. I think JSN is going to take a pretty significant step up, but I also think that means that Lockett will take a step down. So I don't know that there's really too much intruding on his kind of niche that he plays there.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought as well. All right, let's see. Who is Ryan? What does he go with here?
He takes receiver, I think.
Yeah, easily. Probably more.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at.
I think Wells is going to scoop up DJ Moore, if not.
Oh, I kind of like that pick.
Yeah, dude, I don't mind that. Oh, Malik Neighbors over DJ Moore, Wells.
Damn, I was going to stack the rooks.
Because I just look at it and it's like, it's a target share thing at the end of the day. And I wanted to have as condensed of a target share. He took Michael Pittman. It was going to be one of these two. I find it really weird when you look at like Vegas projections that like every single receiver that goes around him is going in the first or second round.
Yeah.
He and AJ Brown projected the same amount of receptions. And I remember when I was like charting out like, okay, how many targets did Anthony Richardson actually give this guy on average? And when he did get injured in those games, he was still on target to get those 11 target games. So to me, it's just like, I don't want to overthink the Michael Pittman thing. And if every TikTok analyst, including me, is sitting here going, okay, Anthony Richardson is the smash of all smashes for fantasy. The part that they're not like understanding, at least in my lens, is that like the way Anthony Richardson smashes is with a receiver. So it's like Michael Pittman is probably the guy that's going to smash with Anthony Richardson.
I'd be really happy with this start through 4, I think, if I ended up like this.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Oh, yeah. That's the best part about these draft rooms. You really don't know what people are going to do. And, like, sleeper ADP is probably one of the – it's not the worst. Like, ESPN is the worst. But it's definitely creates a lot more upside.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are doing the drafts on ESPN too. So if you can find the biggest ADP misses there, I feel like we can help a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too happy with I'm happy with where I got Mike Evans. I'm not like too big on Mike Evans overall this season. I just wanted a wide receiver.
I mean, that's a great point though, that I think is really important to address. Is like, it's about where you guys getting these guys at cost.
I get too attached to guys going into drafts, and I end up like reaching or not playing the board as well as I could because I have some sort of opinion on a guy, whereas they're realistically consensusly ranked there for a reason, and you can kind of if you can get away from that, it can make you successful.
Had to pick up Rich.
I like that Kyle Pitts pick. That's a fun one this year. It's just back and forth is the big question mark. Oh my God, what are you guys doing? But yeah, Tank Dell I do think is the wide receiver 1 in Houston. Realistically, it's going to be him or Diggs. I love Nico Collins, but like those all came like without Dell in the game, is what we remember. Like that's the weirdest thing about fantasy, I think, to me, is that like every year, like the things that people remember the most is just the playoffs of fantasy. Like it's just really weird to me. Let's see here. All right, how do I want to actually make this into a team?
All right, let's see how Nova's team is looking now. He's got Tyreek, Nico, and Zay as wideouts. Kenneth Walker and Laporta. Not too bad. Where's Wells going here?
I'm looking through the board, just trying to see what's available, if I'm being honest, because there's just like so many things on the board. I'm getting used to the sleeper ADP because it's like trying to think like it's a egregious example that isn't going to kill what I'm trying to do here.
Jaden Reed there is an interesting one.
Yeah, Jaden Reed is. I like him for route running purposes, but thank God. All right, you didn't take the guy I want. George Kittle. It's a smash of all smashes.
I was hoping somehow miraculously on to me. I saw you didn't have a tight end, and I was like, it's over.
Yeah, I just wanted to look down, but I really like the start through 6, or it's through 6.
This is where I'm tempted to reach, and we might just do it.
That's a really good spot to reach, in my opinion. Like that's something that's just way off price. Like a lot of smart people have him priced realistically. Like I remember ETR put his ranking at 48 overall in the draft, which is a 4th round guy.
Yeah.
So you're still like getting technically like over a round's worth of value on Deontay Johnson. Let's see here. What does Jackson do?
Damn it! I wanted Christian Kirk, you bitch.
All right, I'm not gonna like draft caddy this too much for you here, but there is a pick I really like when I do take Bijan Robinson that not a lot of people would do, but it's Terry McLaurin. And the reason
how will those two connect?
So in week 17, you're going to have Atlanta facing off against the Washington Commanders. So your bet with Bijan here essentially is that Bijan is going to be just smashing. He's the guy you need for the year. He's got a great schedule, yada, yada, but he takes on the Commanders, and he's going to be just dominating, getting a lot of fantasy points, scoring a few rushing touchdowns. what does that likely mean for the Commanders? Probably means that they're playing from behind or keeping it competitive in some manner. And who is the most likely guy to get that done? To me, it's Terry McLaurin. Obviously, you don't want to go and like draft exactly like this for every single format. But to me, when I like have decisions on the board and it's like I really try to prioritize wide receiver ones for offenses, that's where I'll give Terry McLaurin a little bit more of a click. But its hype is probably right by taking Rashee Rice there. So that's a misconnect on my end. But,
No, I totally see that.
let's see here. All right. What even is on the board?
All right.
So, like, a popular thing I would do in best ball, Jackson, is like I would get Bijan here, and then I get Terry McLaurin, and then I would take what do we call it, Jaden Daniels really late.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
What shall we do?
Ooh. I was gonna say, Sir
This
Brock.
is like you're thinking from just like a straight best ball perspective, right? Because of that.
Well, it helps your redraft purposes as well, because more often than not, like these outcomes kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so like you want to try to be optimizing yourself for the end, but like to me, it's like you can give yourself small bits of advantages throughout the draft. So it's like you don't want to be going out and getting trying to think here, like trying to think of a good example that like wouldn't be a good bet. Like going out of your way to get T. Higgins just because you have Jamar Chase, like that makes no sense here.
Yeah.
You want to be getting the wide receiver one realistically because they're going to have the most consistent like receiving production. You don't want to get Jamison Williams just because you have 49ers players. Like, could he be a high like production guy? Maybe. But like week to week wise, probably not somebody you can depend on. But like if you know a guy like George Kittle who's going to probably be higher usage without Brandon Ayuk, then it's like shit. I really want that with Amon St. Brown because I know Amon St. Brown's the wide receiver one. He's projected to have over 105 receptions this year. And then it's the tight end from the opposite team that should be the number 2 target in his offense. That seems like a good kind of correlation spot for me because it's giving me 2 top 5 guys going against one another. So that's where I kind of lean on that. And that's why, like, when I tell you guys to go get, like, Rashee Rice, for example, that's why I'm like, okay, go get Pat Freiermuth or Najee Harris with it.
Grant, it's hype said Addison is going to be in jail.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible. At this point, though, I'm just taking upside guys from the bench, so it's not.
All right, if he's gonna go do that, well, I mean, fuck it, we're just gonna do the technical play here. I'm gonna do what the right play is. This is way off, 80 feet, but
Curtis.
He's gonna go get Keon Coleman and you're gonna go get Curtis Samuel. Yeah, I just don't see a world where Curtis Samuel realistically isn't the wide receiver one for the Buffalo Bills. He had his best year underneath Joe Brady, and then he went out in the offseason and grabbed that same player from 2020. And it's like we've seen questionable, like, I don't know. I'm more confident in Curtis Samuel than anyone else on that squad. Strong route runner as well. Why am I buying Taysom? Because he plays tight end quarterback, but he gets utilized like a running back in various other departments and gets points in the tight end position. Rashee Rice is going to be top 15 this year. Yeah, especially if he doesn't get suspended. So I love Jonathan Brooks, but this is way too much of a premium for me right now. You're just saying IR stash. I don't even know if I'd pay that premium for an IR stash this high, but I get where you're coming from. At least you know what you're talking about. Let's see here, though. Wow, Xavier Worthy falling this far. That is interesting.
Goes right there.
Yeah, that's the auto drafter, though. Watson's a sharp pick. Who's been paying attention to training camp? Yeah, I think Estime is ultimately going to become the RB1 in Denver, AK. Should you do Cup for London? What do you guys think about that? Cup or London? What would you prefer to have?
If it's just this year format, it's probably still Cup, but if it's like anything long term, I'm taking the London side most likely.
Oh. I also think you can flip a coin there. It's basically just a projection based bet for both of them, but like technically there's history with Cup. So I don't really know which way I would lean with that one either. Just in case Pukas needs bad. See, that's the thing. Everybody's looking to like be like, what can we do? We'll run through Cup. No, that's not what the Rams said. That's what a beat reporter said.
I wanted
That's
Devin.
hilarious to me.
Not a huge fan of Devin.
I think he could have a great year.
Olave has one of the worst offensive lines in the league. Not interested. By
That
behind and now
quote from
healthy
Olave
Devontae
was
questionable.
insane.
I've been high on Estime prior to the draft. Well, right after the draft, I'm gonna keep my take as it's been. Still gonna keep on touting him just as I've been. I believe he's gonna be starting by the end of the year. Doesn't have to happen in week 1.
Wells, I can see your queue.
I know. I'm scrolling through trying to see who's even on the board.
I'm in a.
I don't really want any of those guys. There's so many interesting plays. Like, who do you even take after a while? Johnson projected late 25-second in Dynasty 12-man. I just don't think Johnson's ever going to be anything. He's already getting buried behind DJ Chark. And I'm not sure if you're familiar, but DJ Chark sucks. Deontay Johnson. Love Deontay Johnson. Love Deontay Johnson for fantasy this year. All right. We're going to go make another leap into the tundra. Where are you, Joshy Poo? Because in theory, I need to be taking something else early on the board for this Curtis Samuel pick. So I took him at the 8. Who went after him that I could have taken? Watson's probably a smarter pick. Hopkins is easily a smarter pick. I wanted to see two fall. It didn't. I don't think that Marquise is going to affect his target share now. I'm giving the shot. Yeah, no, I think Devin Singletary is one of the better picks in this draft type. I really like him combined with Dable. I think it's another great pick for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Garrett Wilson closer to top 4 or top 8. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just we have to see it actually put to work now. It's all based on projections for those guys.
Come on, let this work out for me.
That's also the fun thing is like you're gambling on like, will this fall back to me?
I know who I want next.
How are we feeling on Reed? I really like Jordan Reed still. It's just he's not going to be put as a priority. It looks like in 2 wide receiver sets, at least from what I initially saw. So that is the one thing that we're going to be a little more pessimistic on. Christian Watson seems to be the main guy, but like his profile is extremely injury risk worthy. Rashid Shaheed. Well, I even like the Slayton grass. Oh, I think that's what I did at the 8 last time. I took a quarter or a tight end. Huh.
If we're going literally based on just training camp, it's Dobbs. I don't know if that's set in stone. Oh, I actually hate.
Stuff looking good.
I was gonna get Rico when he came back around, bro.
No, you were not.
Thing is, you don't ever want to take another quarterback. But
Now I'm kind of okay. I got a running
just take
back.
another quarterback. Why not? Another mobile quarterback, high equity. Trade that midseason in theory.
With the way I stacked this, Jackson, I just needed to take dudes with potential high upside running backs late.
Yeah, I need
on
for
receivers.
my scheme. Yeah, I took Pat instead.
Let's see here. So, should you trade Puka and Saquon for Rashad White and Tyreek? You are a Puka team. I want Puka and Saquon. Let's see here.
Puka team.
You traded Terry McLaurin, Jaden Reed, Michael Pittman for Diggs, Collins, and Rashee Rice. True. I feel like you're on the winning side of the Diggs one, in theory. As long as Rice doesn't get suspended, you should be in a really good spot. Reed is Timothy. But Dobbs, it does look to be the one of the two.
A-Rod.
Aaron Rodgers. Dun, 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 dun.
KPJ Hammer is building an interesting squad over on the far right of the board.
It's cooking up something.
Yeah.
Yes. Zachary Charbonnet.
Zachathan Charbonnet.
All right, we're getting up to me here. No, dude, I wanted Chuba.
Gotta want the Choba.
Dude, I can't get a running back to save my life. I'm gonna go with Antonio Gibson.
I do think Rice over Brown.
Take Wells' boy. He just put us on game.
Wait, who was Wells saying?
The guy we just watched the highlight tape
Ray
on.
Davis. Yeah.
Ray Davison.
As long as no.
Ayuk is not going to the Browns. I know someone, and they said differently. But, well, not for that, for the Steelers. They said they weren't going to Steelers, so that's probably
I forgot we were drafting D's and kickers.
it's wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
The thing, why Taysom Hill? He's a quarterback that gets to play in the tight end position for fantasy and runs around like a running back, so like he's going to have some wild spike weeks.
Dontavion in the round 13 is pretty fun.
Dontavion is fun. Quentin Johnston's just a pipe dream. Like, these two are just like holes in your roster already.
Yeah.
Like, Zeke apparently will be fine. I'm not really confident about that. Kendrick Miller getting auto-drafted for you is a nightmare right now, but it happens. Jalen Polk. Oh, speak of the devil. Well, we'll go ahead and take Ray Davis, because why not? We'll let somebody else have estimate for now. Because this team, after week one, I would probably just be trying to trade Jaden Daniels plus, like, Josh Palmer for an elite running back.
Brendan Aubrey.
That just has a terrible quarterback.
Let me get my.
Yeah, but it's hard to predict those weeks, no? Yeah. But if you're playing best ball, like some people do that follow this channel, you don't really have to predict that. And then you also have Dennis Allen just kind of being like, hey, we actually like this guy. Whereas anybody else that exists on that squad, he hates with a burning passion. Do I know why? No idea. Do I think he's the first coach fired? Yes. All right. Give me a kicker.
No.
Or do I want a defense? Ooh. None of the defenses that I want are probably on the. Wait, why are the Chiefs so low? I'll take Chiefs. That's fun.
Bro.
Oh,
Bro,
he's
that
gonna put
early
one.
Harrison Butker pick is kind of a violation. You just reaching super deep for him.
No, he was
Oh,
the
you need
number
those
2
points.
kicker.
Yeah, it just seems like more
Kickers
like
are the easiest thing to predict in fantasy. It's literally just take the top team, and they
Yeah.
always have like a top 5 kicker.
Yeah, Jackson, there's no ulterior motive here.
And no ulterior motive whatsoever. Not to change the name to anything. Thoughts on Nico this year? I mean, the thing is, Nico projects really well. He's probably going to be fine for fantasy. But I just look at it and it's like, okay, why can't it be Diggs? Why can't it be Tank Dell? Because Tank Dell outproduced him last year when they were on the field together. And then Stephon Diggs has been a top 10 fantasy receiver for the past 4 years. But like, we want to sit here and say he's a diva for the most part, and that's why he's not going to be top 10. I know Matt Harmon has talked a bit about his like route running not be as a par, but I'm very curious to see if like scheme potentially had any part to that. Because we'll see how it works out. I don't think that MHJ will be a top 5 wide receiver this year.
dude, someone auto drafted Young Hoku. I needed that man on my squad for morale.
That's crazy. Watch Adam.
You wish
Thielen
you had
just
Harrison
absurd.
Butker now.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna have to get. Let's get someone. Let's get Jason Sanders. He's gonna have a year. Wow, Adam Thielen was so low in their ADP. What? Or was, I guess people just had to get kickers and defense, which is why I didn't go. But
Kicker, the kicker. I'll take Jake Elliott. That correlates well with my Eagles pick. Hurts.
all right, I'm pretty happy with my team. I could have done better in the running back department, but
Oh, same here. That's always the hardest part of that. All right, let's see. Let's go to Nova. Let's start from the auto team did auto things. Big
All right.
shocker there. All right, he's picking his last one here. He just left. He's apparently a big Bo next truther going off of the thing there, though.
Come on.
Let's see here.
Come on.
McCaffrey, Allen. This is definitely a team. This is a team that'll probably be in last place.
wait, which one?
This
Oh, the
one right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's not because it's like I don't like. I like these 3 picks. I really have no problem with them. This is kind of a risky pick to me, so it's like I don't really have a position on that one. He's not going to be playing for at least half the season. Let's see here. Zeke, he's just old as shit to me, so I just don't see him doing anything. And Quentin Johnson's not going to do anything for you. So it's like you're running really thin, so you're going to have to probably go to the waiver wire way too quick.
And then they doubled up on the Green Bay receivers too, where we don't really know how things are going to shake out in their.
Yeah, and that's kind of fine because it's like, okay, I'm taking multiple bets essentially to figure out who's going to be the right guy. But it's like, what I'm saying here is like, you're just getting too thin. You want to be like, you don't want to be that thin in the sense of like, I'm taking holes immediately. You don't want to be the guy that has to go to the waiver wire. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's like doing that is one thing, and then doing it with like Chris Godwin and T. Higgins as your 1 and 2. Or
Like, I like these guys. Like, I like the receivers and the upside you have, but it's like, these are the only guys you can really rely on now because, like, you've basically said that Wicks or Watson is going to be the guy in Green Bay. And, like, what if they don't be that? Like, then you're really screwed. But, yeah, let's go to Nova. Let's go into Nova's team here since he wants
So we got 2 auto-picked first 2 picks, which ended up being, like, pretty good.
more than fine.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Nico Collins, it's your personal preference on what Texans receiver you like. I really think you just need to leave the draft with at least one. Kenneth Walker, it's all dependent upon who you like, how you see like that backfield working. I really can't get a read on like Kenneth Walker or Zach Charbonnet, who's kind of the safer pick for this year. Because when I look at the scheme and the draft capital, I'm like, I feel like that ultimately benefits Zach Charbonnet more in the long run of this, but I could be easily wrong. Zay Flowers is not a pick for me this year. 20% of his yards came from broken coverage. I just feel like that's an inflated receiver. Njoku, they spent a lot of money on a shitty player in that of Jerry Jeudy this offseason. So, I'm back and forth on him. Zach Moss is the running back 1 in depth charts right now, but
I thought Chase Brown was.
He's the actual running back 1, but via depth charts that were released by the unpaid interns today or yesterday, he's the running back 1 according to them. But Chase Brown, I think, is ultimately the better pick. Cortland Sutton, I don't mind slant god kind of theory there, but I just don't like him as a pick in general this year because it's
last year felt so unsustainable.
That's what I'm saying. It was just so many touchdowns. They brought in a high analytical based rookie in that of Troy Franklin. Typically, those are guys I like to target is the high analytical rookies and what are more open or overproduced receiving rooms. That's part of how I got to Jaden Reed last year with Christian Watson. So it's Cortland Sutton's a very high risk pick to me this year. I think Mike Williams could be one of the sharpest picks in the draft if he comes back healthy. Just the thing is, I really do like Malachi Corley because I see him as a mini Debo, and I'm curious to see how that kind of pans out. But Mike Williams could easily be one of the sickest picks in this draft. J.K. Dobbins, they paid this man $50,000. I don't know what to think, but he's in theory the Chargers running back 1, so this might be the biggest smash in the draft potentially. But overall, not the happiest, I guess I would say, with the team. But I'm not. Yeah, it's just some things I really wouldn't do here. But Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to take Njoku there.
Yeah, Njoku's not a necessity when you have Sam Laporta. He does nothing for you here. I'd rather reach on Hopkins. Hopkins is such a sicker pick.
Or if you look at who went around there, you could take upside with Brooks or McConkey or someone like
Hopkins
that.
is completely mispriced, by the way. This is still the true wide receiver 1 in Tennessee. He's just going to be out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I'd rather take that chance for him being back by week 1, which sounds like he will be.
Yeah.
You just want to play a JK season? I don't blame you, man. We all do. Let's see here. This team is probably going to win the league if things break his way in the running back department, which he kind of set up correctly. This one right here, it's hype.
Yeah.
He's got Jamar Chase, Kyron Williams, Deebo Samuel. If Brendan Ayuk's trade goes through, Deebo Samuel's ADP skyrockets. Lamar Jackson is just a genuine enigma to me. He's either going to be great or not. Teach their own. Dalton Kincaid, great tight end. Rashee Rice, way underpriced. And then it's just the tight. I'm confident the running back 2 is going to work for him somehow here towards the latter part. But he actually might sink his ship because he didn't invest proper capital early enough. But we'll see. These are all handcuffs outside of Singletary.
I think if my hypothetical team stayed healthy, it's a pretty good squad.
Yeah, let's look at Jackson here. I didn't like the ETN pick. You do that. I'm honestly fine with Mike Evans at cost. Devonta Smith, I think, is lovely. I love Anthony Richardson. But I would have been hunting for Josh Downs here instead of Pat Freiermuth. I can see the hedge that you're going forward there. Yeah. But it's you want to get some sort of bring back to him. And the thing that I love about Josh Downs is he's really getting similar target share to Michael Pittman for what it's worth. And he's going to be getting all these really unique matchups against linebackers and shit. That's going to be really fun for him.
Well, in hindsight, I think instead of making that Pat pick, I mean, that is a good point with Josh Downs. I probably would have reached for Dowdle had I known one of you two Foos was going to reach for Dowdle there.
100%. But overall, I also don't mind having Pat Freiermuth as a handcuff to Brock Bowers because what if in the off chance he's just not able to produce at that ADP?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There is a chance of that. Romo Dunze, one of my favorite picks on the board. I love this pick because you really don't know. Guy was drafted top 10 for a reason, right? Javonte Williams, you know how I feel about SMA, but ultimately, this is one of the best buy low candidates right now. And it's just a smash in fantasy if it goes how we're thinking it will. Antonio Gibson, this is a much reason why I have concern with Ramondre Stevenson. Why'd they go out and get a pass catching back? Yeah. I don't know if I've been really hearing anything positive about Gibson, but I do think it's a very good pick at the end of the day. Kirk Cousins, kind of fun, little handcuff there, but in these leagues, I really don't think you need to go out and get a second quarterback. Just go out and get more players to fill your depth with that you can try to trade away if needed. Pete Cube, I think, was autoed for the most part, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So not really going to touch on the team too much. It's fine, I guess. Mufti was here the whole time, though. Love the Justin Jefferson pick. Derrick Henry is the worst pick in the second round. It's not even close. Jalen Waddle, I like the upside there. James Cook, I'm a Ray Davis guy, but hey, I could easily be wrong. James Cook could be the truth. George Pickens, I just don't see why people like a receiver that's not as talented as everyone likes to believe he is. It is in a really slow-paced offense. Like, yay, Drake London. Except Drake London was a top 5 pick or something like that. Let's see here. Evan Ingram, love the targets. Zamir White, what if Vegas just playing from behind? And from my understanding, and maybe Greg can speak better on this, but Dylan Mulvey sounds like he's making a bit of noise in camp. Caleb Williams, top 12 quarterback probably in fantasy. Tajay probably breaks your way. Chuba, love that late pick because he's going to be relevant for a little while. Adonai, long shot. Khalil, maybe receiver 1, very low probability. Algier, not relevant. Not that is with this team. But moving forward, we got Sir Grantwood here. I really like this start. Brees, Marv, Pacheco. You get DJ Moore. The only kind of question mark is, like, what if it's Keenan Allen? You know what I mean? Like, what if he's somehow the receiver 1? I personally doubt that, but I like the pick overall. Kyle Pitts, very fun pick this year if he can stay in good condition. Deontay Johnson, it was worth the reach. Jordan Addison, somebody already cooked you in the chat for that. Lad McConkey, a very injury-ridden profile, but like he could easily be the wide receiver 1 in that offense, and it's just an absolute smash. Brock Purdy, fade for me this year because of touchdown regression, and it's like I don't get why you're picking Brock Purdy when you have no receiving attachments to him, because it's like you do want to try to benefit off of that in some sense, but at the end of the day, it's not the most important thing in the world. But considering that someone like Jaden Daniels with mobile upside is still on the board, I probably would have pursued him. Trey Benson, can see it for the handcuff. Rico Dowdle, that whole entire running back room I can't figure out anymore. Zach Charbonnet, love the handcuff. Is it Kenneth Walker? Is it Zach Charbonnet? We really don't know. Jalen Polk, that's the guy that they wanted to get in the draft to fit a necessity that they didn't have last year. So he's going to be probably a very high targeted rookie for them. Love that pick a lot. Butker, I'm not going to even let you talk about Butker Raiders. I know you're Raiders fans, so that's why you went there. You guys know why I pretty much like each one of my picks, realistically, so I won't go too into that. Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the safest picks on the board. Totally understand it. Saquon Barkley, he's either going to smash or crash in kind of relative to cost is kind of how I'm seeing it. Like he could be a 4th round is what I'm meaning by crash as well, not like 2nd round value. Just because everybody's expecting him to be utilized like he was in New York, and I don't know about that. Trey McBride, probably one of the more inflated tight ends because people forget he was competing with Michael Wilson last year. Don't know why. Michael Pittman, one of the underrated receivers in this round. Keenan Allen, good contingency based bet off of DJ Moore, but like he is aging out. Jordan Love, regression candidate. Marquise Brown, irrelevant for the most part. He'll have fun spike weeks is how I see it. Keon Coleman, camp hype all-star. Calvin Ridley 2.0. He's going to rise in ADP, probably not perform to it. Jameson Williams, I mean, is he the truth? I don't know. Tyler Lockett, he's just fallen completely out of existence. Slicky Ricky, probably not relevant if we're being honest.
It depends on kind of what situation they end up going for, but I think he could have a role.
Yeah, like if you get Amari Cooper not traded there and he becomes a wide receiver 2, I love him. But if not, then it's like, but regardless, if you want to talk about dynasty, though, he's probably like the best buy for the offseason. See, Garrett Wilson, projection based. Jonathan Taylor, I have concerns about regression. Rachaad White, I'm more of a believer in Bucky Irving. You went with all the old heads for your receiver between Cooper Kupp and Amari Cooper. That could work out really well for you. It could also tank you. I really couldn't tell you which direction it'll go. Jaden Reed, best route runner on the team. Always happy to go with that. You have nothing to stack with for Dak. So don't get that. Mostert's not a guy I'm in on, but I can understand the argument. Dallas Goedert, I just don't see the point in really taking a tight end that's not a number 2 option and an offense, but perhaps one was taken from you. But it does look like Bowers was still on the board and Njoku, who I believe have more upside in their offenses relative to Goddard. Eckler, I see it, but like he's dead. Jacoby Myers.
Neither Bowers or Njoku are on the board for the Goddard guy, so
they weren't. They were here when he took Raheem Mostert.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Sorry.
But let's see. Jacoby Myers, honestly, this is a pick I want to click a ridiculous amount because I think he's probably one of the most underrated receivers in the league. And he was low-key outproducing Devontae Adams in Vegas at times. Puka, Drake, Kamara. I hate Kamara, but I can understand why you're there. James Conner, I think he's actually one of the sharper picks on the board. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I love your receiving core. Outside of like, I think Drake London's a high risk, high reward kind of play just because it's like a high projection based player. And we really don't know how Kirk Cousins is going to be off of this Achilles injury year one. Jake Ferguson, TJ Hawkinson. I'm not a TJ Hawk guy. That's a roster. But if you want to go, I'm putting on my IR. I get it. Gus Bus, I think it's fine for week-to-week touchdowns. Handcuff for Jalen Wright, that's fine. And then you're taking flyers on some receivers that might be relevant. Overall, yeah. I like the teams. Like every single time, like it's all about personal preference for how you want to build out your draft team. But yeah, I guess that's a little yap session for that right there. All right. Do we want to have me yap through receiver rankings first, or real quick?
We can do this little tier list if you want. I think it'll be less yapping. We can kind of just throw guys in tiers. We don't have to debate too much.
Sounds good to me.
I sent that link in there, or I can present it in here if you want.
Let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and see. Where did you put it?
Tier list.
It's in our Slack chat.
Gotcha. All righty. We're going to share this tab instead. All right. So now into fantasy tiers. Wide receiver rankings, Sean, if you want to see those, pop onto YouTube. We'll be dividing these guys into tiers. So, Adonai Mitchell. I'm kidding.
Wait, can you scroll down a tiny bit? Just, yeah.
I think D is fair. Compared to this list, I mean, it doesn't go super deep, so he's going to have to be D tier, I think.
Petition to put Mike Williams in the D tier.
Where is he?
That was generational hating right there. You sniped him from the second to bottom row just to throw his ass in D tier.
I just didn't want to keep seeing that name in the selection pool.
I think A.J. Brown, I mean, like, I don't know how many dudes we want to have an S. I think he's probably top tier A for me.
Top tier A. I'm putting him and Pittman together. CeeDee Lamb goes up
CD
here.
obviously there. I think Reek goes A.
Where's Reek?
I think
Waddle.
Down a little bit, maybe. Yeah, there he is, bottom right.
I see. Yeah, he easily goes S tier.
Yeah.
I think the S tier is probably 4 deep. Amon-Ra is like right there.
Where do you guys want to put BTJ? I can't tell if he's going to be
C.
C for now.
Yeah.
C for now. Pittman over DJ Moore for me for right now.
Does Amon-Ra go A, top
I
A?
say
Or
S tier for Sun God, personally.
Sun God's S tier. Mari Cooper for me is like very high.
Is
B.
kind of a scary proposition.
That's kind of an interesting one, but like I think he's just a high B tier. Like I don't want to put it too high, but like I'm interested.
You guys would say Jamar Chase is probably the last S tier, right?
Realistically,
And Jettas.
And Jettas were
Yeah.
Jettas.
Yeah,
I think this
that's
like you
it.
can't really go above this because
Puka's like upper echelon of A, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Like realistically, if you want to put Puka and Cup next to each other, I think it's fair.
Yeah.
I would just more put like Cup further down.
Can we add a jail tier for Rasheed and Jordan?
Is there a way to do that?
I think if you click
Devontae
settings,
Adams, A tier.
A tier, yeah, I put Tay up there.
click that little settings logo.
Oh my god, I can
Add row below.
Jail.
Well, that's the D tier. Add row below. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, we put Mike Williams in jail. Sorry, brother.
All right, this is the right one. There we go.
Oh, sick. Nice.
Jail / suspension. Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed, great
But-
jail candidate.
Like for what it's worth, like he is in this tier for me.
Yeah,
all
I think he's below.
seriousness.
He's the bottom of that tier of those
Yeah.
guys there. But
Like I
think
really, bottom of the guys that are here. But like
Chuck him in
I
jail, too, for
really
that.
like him. But for now, for the culture, we'll put him in.
Brandon Cooks D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
send him there.
Just send him to jail. Send him to jail. Or not. I guess like
Just jail.
just
Curtis
jail.
Samuel feels like a C tier guy.
I actually really like Curtis, so I'm gonna put him B, just because I look at him and I'm like, I think he's a wide receiver one there.
Yeah,
Well,
I
okay,
just
so-
think he could be closer to Brian
Uh,
Thomas than he is like Olave.
Are we ranking these guys? I mean, it's been pretty easy so far with what we have on the board, but are we ranking these guys like fantasy? How much we like them in fantasy?
I'm
Yeah.
going to really do these more fantasy wise, just because it's like how I'm doing them.
I think
Yeah.
Deontay has to go
DK
top of B.
Yeah, I agree.
I know for like you, but like I'm just going to put it this way, and then you guys can adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
But this is how I basically look at them ranking wise.
Yeah,
It's
Malik
like,
goes there, Marvin goes there.
I think realistically he's more this.
Yeah, I
In all
agree.
seriousness, Brandon Ayuk is easily here, and the
Yeah.
only reason he's not here is because I'm not expecting like
Yeah, who knows
I'm
what's
expecting
happening.
touchdown regression. Same thing with Debo. Like I think these are
JSN.
elite, but
C tier.
let's see here. Honestly, I think I want to kind of just put like wide receiver ones that I love here. I think is
Yeah.
what I do.
So does,
I think that's how I'm
does
gonna.
London go there?
So like I think what I'll put is like high priority draft.
Okay.
I think that's a better way to explain this, and then we'll change kind of the tiers accordingly.
So would
Um,
DK? I mean, would DK then be like the top of B? Devontae Smith would be in that.
So let's see here. So guys that I think you really should be prioritizing in your drafts, I put Devontae as more like a B tier guy. D Hop at price is a priority.
But if you could
Curtis-
choose between having D Hop and having Devontae Adams, you're taking Devontae Adams.
Oh, easily. Like, and that's
just
the
at
I
the
guess the hardest.
cost.
It's at the
At cost value.
at cost value. Because to me, it's like when you look at it, it's like you have to kind of divide it in those tiers in reality. Like, it's not so much as like, oh, this is a great pick. It's more like this guy is an absolute smash at this cost. I see him having this level of upside because of the argument I've created.
Yeah.
In my
Maybe
brain.
we make B like high volume.
Yeah, high volume.
Weighted value.
Yeah, high volume safe players.
Yeah.
Like these are the guys that like
D
you
we
don't-
can make like high potential upside
boom
candidates.
bust, boom slash bust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we really just don't know worst picks.
Okay.
I think Mike Williams probably belongs more in the boomer bust category then.
Yeah, same thing here. Worst pick, Brandon Cooks. Calvin Ridley's boom bust to me. Chris
Lad
Godwin.
McConkey, boom bust probably.
Yeah, agree.
I think we should put high risk is what we'll put here, rather than just
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so that way it profiles it better. I think Christian Watson's a high risk player.
Yeah, I would agree.
Sutton's a high risk player.
Wicks.
Tatum Wicks, high
Yeah.
risk player. DK Metcalf goes into this tier.
High volume
Yeah.
save. Yeah.
JSN probably boomer bust.
JSN is really a
Upside guy.
boom bust guy, honestly.
Keenan Allen, boomer bust.
Keenan Allen's whole career has been the definition of high volume safe guy.
Yeah, but I'd say now that he's like going past that.
He's boom bust.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Keon
Keon's in there.
Coleman, he's a high risk guy to me.
Yeah.
Lad McConkey,
I'll
boom
put him
bust.
boom bust because he's technically goes there.
Marv probably is in that second. I mean, he's in the class with all those guys in the high priority draft at cost value, but I think the value
He goes here, in my opinion,
Yeah,
in this group, because
agree.
it's like you love the talent. You know it's what
Agree.
you want.
Yeah,
But,
he's
like,
high in that.
price
tier.
Nico and Mike Evans maybe high volume safe.
Let's see here. So
Yeah.
he's in high volume, safe, great.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
let's see here. Nico, same thing. Romo Dunze, I love this buy because you really don't know. Like, what if he is somehow the wide receiver one? I highly doubt it, but
Mhm.
like, there's a
I think
genuine.
Dell's a tough one to place here because I don't know if he's necessarily any of these categories.
He's technically.
I think
like,
he's high priority draft at cost because he's kind of undervalued in my opinion.
That's the hard thing is like, what if like we're all wrong on Tank Dell?
Yeah.
But I agree. Like, reality is like this
Diggs-
is the one I have the most
Diggs
confidence
feels
in.
like he's
He's
gonna get
Boom
volume,
bust.
but he
Boom
could also
bust.
be boom bust. Yeah.
I'm gonna put him boom bust. category
Marquise
because it's
Brown
like,
is high
you really
risk,
don't
I
know.
think.
Yeah.
Very high risk with Marquise Brown.
Tyler Lockett, high risk.
Tyler McLaurin's just a boom bust.
Worthy's boom bust, probably.
Lockett's definitely high risk.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'd say
agree.
boom bust is really Xavier Worthy because it's like he's either going to be
Yeah.
a nuke at the gate or not. High risk Tyler Lockett.
I would say
Zay
Zay bottom of high volume safe.
Yeah. Agreed. I think he's
high volume.
safer than a lot of the people in boom bust.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because I'm not big on Say, but like I feel like I'm not looking at him properly. Is also my take on that one.
T's
Same
a
thing
tough
with T
one.
here. He's just a
Yeah.
high volume guy that's safe. Like Jaden Reed, he's kind of boom bust this
Yeah,
year. I'm not
I would
gonna
agree.
I think
lie.
the whole Packers offense is in those bottom
Like
2 tiers just because it's so hard to decide.
Dude, is Christian Kirk low-key high volume safe?
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
he really
So
is. Like he
so
was a
is
wide
Drake,
receiver
I think.
12. Yeah, Drake is really one of the safest pick on the board, I'd imagine, this year. George
George
Pickens to me
probably
is
high
boom
volume.
bust.
But yeah, I mean, he's a
He's-
boom bust player, but he's gonna get volume. It's just a matter of how you see
yeah.
it.
If the Steelers trade goes down, then yeah. But like that's the real question mark. Does the Steelers trade? How does that affect
Yeah.
this year? But I feel more
Is there
confident with this.
Can you get a share to like get a screenshot and we can post it somewhere?
Here,
There might
yeah,
be like a thing where it
this.
like captures it. There you go.
Shoot, didn't do it right.
Click the click just download there.
Oh, save or
Click
download.
Saver. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Word.
Do we want to change the names at all on the sides before we download it? Like, no, I like it. I like it.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Hey, shoot, who didn't
We
we
can
put in jail?
if we do
Can we
another
put
draft.
just
I
for,
almost want
like,
to put
graphic
BTJ up here.
I think just for
like,
graphic purposes, Rashid needs to be in jail tier.
Yeah, I agree.
fine. I don't think he ends up there, but fine.
I know, but we can't just have Jordan down there on his lonesome.
We can't have a jail category for Jordan Addison.
All right, that would be kind of funny though. All right.
If we do another draft or something, we should do on Thursday, and then we can do this with.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That took like what 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was easy.
Like we can realistically run through a few of the other ones real quick
Yeah.
if you guys want. It's really not a big deal.
Send me this this
Oh, that's the
stream
wrong thing.
full
All right,
video, and I'll clip it up and post it on YouTube
Sounds-
somewhere.
Sounds good. Well, it's already going to be on YouTube. This is live.
Oh, true.
So let's see here. I'm going to copy and save this one and send it because that didn't send correctly. So that's one version of it, and I have it downloaded another way as well.
Word.
But all right, let's see. Can we get another one of these? They want to see running backs real quick. Is it up here?
Yeah, I'll find one.
All right, perfect.
Or just look up running back tier list.
Ooh, we can do anime girls. Ooh.
Just go on there and just search like fantasy running back tier list. It should pop up. If not, I can send one.
Sounds good. So fly like an eagle. Let's see here. Part of me wants to do like Madden because I feel like that would work technically, right? Or Dynasty Fantasy Football.
Yeah, this could work.
That one's technically.
Is that this year though?
I think so. So, Rand, if you find a better one, let me know. I'm gonna look at a few of these here. Is this all of them? I think it is, right?
Yeah. We'll have to be a little more strict about the tiers on this one because there's
I
less
mean, it's
dudes.
kind of
Yeah.
excluding a lot of the young guys, but
That's the part I want. I'd like to see if there's a one that has more, but we can just do these for now. It's not that big of a deal. Who even is this guy?
That's
Who is that?
Quinshon Judkins. But I don't know
Why
why
did-
he's in there.
Out of everyone, what the? What?
I'll send you
Okay.
a different one.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what we can find. View community rank. Let's see here.
Here we go.
Found one. Perfect.
cool.
Yeah, this one's better.
Awesome. Grant sends this one here. We'll go that quick.
Hopefully this is right. Yep. Here, it's in the StreamYard chat.
No chat. Let's see here. Which one? Private chat, I see. There we go. Comment to this one. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have the running backs. All right. So S tier, it's don't overthink it. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan,
Aaron
Brees,
Jones.
Aaron Jones. Let's see here. Realistically, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah. I think he might be
Yeah.
the last one.
I can't not put Jahmyr Gibbs because it's just like I look at the schedule, I look at the offensive line, I just everything about this just seems safe to me, and I don't really want to be like these are the guys I feel the safest with this year.
Yeah.
Like I just really
Wait,
confident.
What about A-Chain? I guess.
He's not
I
safe
think
though in
he's below
reality.
that.
Yeah.
That's the problem with him. Like I think he's like so priority drafts for me. I think is how I would organize this.
Yeah. Good point.
Is someone like a Devon Achane here. Like I really, really want Devon Achane this year because I want to take on that risk because I love the upside of it.
I think B tier is like high volume guys, but
Yeah.
you don't know how it's going to go, and that's like a Saquon category.
Yeah, so high volume projects well.
Yeah, that's like probably Josh Jacobs maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be
Saquon.
that whole next tier. So let's see, Saquon. Let's see, not Nick Chubb. Let's see.
Where's Josh? There he
Josh
is.
Apu.
Pacheco.
Yeah,
I'd almost I'm not a priority draft for Pacheco, but I can see the argument for it easy. High volume projects well. Jonathan Taylor.
yep.
ETN.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. ETN, I'll admit, is probably like the best like high projecting volume guy, but it's like a big question mark on like how do they want to use?
I think C tier is like clear starter, but with competition.
Kenneth Walker.
Because you have like Kenneth Walker, you have like James Cook.
Yeah,
Kamara.
Joe Mixon might be high volume projects well. Derrick Henry's.
Not doing this.
I don't think it's fair to.
Yeah, they're just terrible. Just don't draft.
Yeah, his ADP is not right. Like I don't think he's too risky. I would say boomer bust if he wasn't so like his ADP wasn't so high. You know?
Yeah.
It's because it's not even like he can't even boom because you already have to draft him at the very front of the draft.
Yeah, let's see here. Fantasy community darlings.
Fantasy community darlings.
I'm gonna create another one.
Brooks is probably in that category. Yeah.
Pure handcuff. I want to put Trey Pants in here.
Charbonnet, no, he's not in there.
I'll say Charbonnet's not here. Brooks is here for now.
Gus, it's tough to tell.
I feel like we should have a boom bust section on here instead of like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because James Cook is like a.
Let's put this as the boom bust section.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we move that one up above
pure handcuff? And then maybe Jalen Warren and Najee in boom bust? Like,
I think those are like some of the safest volume guys though, because they're just going to get the rock at a ridiculous rate. But I think they're qualified boom bust. Really,
Kenneth Walker's
one of them will bust technically. Right?
Of these, he's probably high volume projects well bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Jones is in this tier for me. Honestly,
Zach Moss might be don't draft here.
I think Alvin Kamara's don't draft, but like,
yeah.
I feel like we have to have another category for Aaron Jones. Are they technically boom bust? I guess.
I think Kamara's don't draft.
Like he's don't draft for me, but it's like I can see him like somehow surviving the year with like 100 receptions for an ADOT of 2 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind putting him there. A guy I like in the boom bust is Montgomery.
Don't draft Nick Chubb.
Is Rashad don't?
Raheem Mostert.
I would say Rashad's close to don't.
Rashad's don't, but I'm going to put him boom bust here just because he's a fantasy darling. That's what it is. Fantasy community darling. They
Yeah.
all love Rashad White.
James Conner, fantasy community darling.
Yeah,
I would
James
say.
Conner.
I'm struggling to see where Brian Robinson fits here.
I would say,
Boom
that
bust.
is boom
He's
bust,
high
yeah.
like low production.
We got
It's just like the offensive line sucks. There's just a lot of bad things for it, realistically. Zach Moss is boom bust. 'cause we
Mixon's
really don't
probably
know
high
him.
volume.
He's probably a high volume guy, yeah, honestly.
Zach Moss is kind of a don't draft for me.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the thing, is like I just don't draft him either. It's just like I do wish there was more running backs on here ultimately, but it is what it is. I like the
Find a
list that
more
we have
detailed
here.
one.
I like it.
Let's see. Let's see if we can do a tight end one real quick so we can get that out as well. We're cruising through these. All right, you're at pick 9 of 10 in a PPR draft. Should you take Saquon and Gibbs or Wilson and AJ Brown? All depends on who's there. I would personally lean you more towards like Puka and Marv is what I like to tell people. Julian. Stretch.
This one just has their number. I think this works. I just sent one to you in this same chat.
Oh, yeah, that works. All right. And on to the tight ends, ladies and gentlemen.
So let's go Laporta, S.
Yeah, Laporta's an S immediately. The numbers are throwing me off. I'm having to learn my shit right now. So many 85s.
Travis Kelce, S tier, probably still.
Could be second. Let's see here. So I want to label this in a few ways. Could be second option. 80 plus projected targets.
I think D is just like not relevant.
Just these three. A likely second option. Yeah, we really don't. And then
D is just like not relevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, this will what'll be. Let's see. I'll do don't draft down here, and I'll do spike. Don't draft. Best ball.
Yeah, good idea. Okay.
So let's see.
Like
here.
Michael Mayer has to go and don't draft.
If Kyle Pitts be 80 plus targets.
Kyle Pitts, he could be. He's a likely second.
Second option, yeah.
So it's like I want to put him there, but it's like I generally don't know if he does get 80.
McBride is probably likely second option.
And Njoku likely second option.
Yeah. I'm actually putting him here because they went out and paid Elijah Moore more money.
Yeah.
Dude, I do not think Elijah Moore is going to get more targets.
Not Elijah Moore, Jerry Jeudy. Like I think he sucks, but it's like they spent the money, how they spent it.
Yeah.
So I'm putting in Njoku in this tier for
Bowers
now.
is in that likely third slot. 89 at the bottom
Bowers, right. Yeah.
Evan Ingram could be second, likely third.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't draft Cole Kmet. Let's see here. Evan Ingram. Yeah. Like realistically he's in this tier too, but like you just don't know because it's like what if BTJ or Gabe Davis is the guy somehow.
Mark
Ryan's probably in that same tier.
Mark Andrews likely second option.
He could get 80 targets.
Yeah, true.
He could. But like that's not how Vegas currently has it.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry could be second option, likely third.
Michael Mayer's in that don't draft slot.
Gesicki, if you really want him in best ball, that's the one place I'll say it's fine. Like Goddard.
Who the hell is Allen?
Dennis Allen. And
the Saints coach is lacing him up.
You could put Conklin, Sanat, and Font in best ball probably.
You can put Sanat there. You can't put Trout. And, let's see here.
Ferguson's probably could be second option. He might actually be likely second option.
This one actually is a very fun one this year. No,
Yeah, Noah Font.
I
Wait,
think Ferguson
I don't
goes there.
think-
Yeah.
how could Font be the second option though? There, I don't.
he probably won't, but he's going to finish as a top 12 tight end because the 2 years that he had 90 targets, he finishes the tight end 12 and the tight end 8. And Will Dissly and Colby Parkinson both left, and they had
Yeah.
57 targets. So it's like,
No,
Not
I
just
like
for
Font.
today.
I've been drafting him, but I do feel like there's going to be at least 2 options ahead of him by the end of the season.
oh, easily. It's just more the play. But yeah, I think this is fine.
Oh, yeah,
Jelani Woods we're putting down here.
nice.
Here.
Like the look of
Preference.
that.
Let's put preference wise.
I like the best ball. I think the best ball thing is important for the tight ends.
Yeah. Let's see, Goddard, Schultz. Just making sure they're at least in a decent order. Let's put Freiermuth up here. Let's put Ingram at the very front.
We got to be careful with this information. These are low key, like nice, easy to read draft guides.
Low key, yeah. Laporta, Kincaid, Kelsey, Kittle, Pitts, McBride, Andrews, Ferg, Andrews. See here. I mean, didn't organize the receiver one as well as probably should have, but oh well.
It's all right. You can always revisit these.
Yeah, Kincaid is that high of a play this year.
Cool.
And then let's see here. That's running back, and I guess should probably do quarterbacks real quick as well. Knock
Sure.
that out. And then realistically, I'll probably actually download this stream as well, Grant, and I'll forward it to you, and then chop it up how you deem accordingly, and we will figure out a way to make it look good.
Yeah. Whoa, there's way too many guys on this. We don't need to be ranking Sam Howell.
You sure?
There's way too many names on these.
That's fine. I'm happy to do a bunch of those.
Like Bailey Zappi and DeVito are on this.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little outrageous.
This one, this plays. They have a bunch of tiers too.
Perfect. Alrighty, share this tab instead. Would you trade 80 Mitchell for Brian Robinson in Dynasty? Dynasty, I don't know. I would consider it. Right now, we're drafting quarterbacks in 2 years.
AD's a
so
better
many beautiful.
asset.
I'll say 80 sounds better though in the long run. All right, wow, I love this tier list. You suck is a great one.
Should we delete top 5 because I feel like it's the same thing as the best?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna just
Just delete row.
delete row. All right, so let's see here. So I want S tier. Like these are the creme de la creme. Just high priority.
Lamar, Mahomes, Hurts.
Let's see here. Trying to think, what's another good category? There should play the whole season.
Or you could do like fantasy QB1.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like better. Let's see here. High priority. So you have your S tier, so that's gonna be your Lamar. That's gonna be.
I mean, there's some of these dudes that just won't touch the field too.
Anthony Richardson. That's gonna be your. Who the fuck is this guy?
CJ Stroud.
This guy.
Probably.
Who's this guy? Who's this dude?
I don't know, but let's S tier
Who is that guy?
him.
This deserves to be at the top of S tier, though. In all reality, my sweet king Jamie S. We'll leave that up there while we figure this out real quick. So I'm trying to think like strong best ball play. Strong best ball.
We need like a just won't see the field.
Yeah, best ball. Contract concerns. No, that's just being too big. Yeah, contract concerns. I think it's fine, honestly.
Should we have a boom bust?
Playing full year. Yeah, I guess boom bust is probably the better way to put it. Let's see here.
And then I think we can get rid of rookies and then just make that blue one like won't play.
Yeah, won't play. And if we think of anything more, we can always add another
Yeah.
clear back. I go towards Pacheco over Etienne. But let's see here. So Joe Burrow, he's a high priority guy this year to me. Actually, I might add another category. Ugly but good. The paper bag tier, if you will.
I think where it was is good because the boom bust guys, there's gonna be good players in there.
That's fair. Let's see here. Russell Wilson. Let's see here.
Should play the whole season.
Should play the whole season. Will he though? There is genuine
I think
question marks around
that
it.
tier just
I'll put
move
him
it
boom
down
bust.
because that's
I like
like a.
boom bust.
I like.
I'm putting below boom bust just
Can we-
because it's like.
Can we
these are the
move
good
should
ones.
play the whole season down because I feel like that's the kind of guy that's like he's gonna be the starter, but he's not like a draft. Like it's like Derek Carr.
Yeah, let's put best ball down here. Best ball should go at the very bottom. Boom bust here. I think ugly but good should have more priority.
Move
play the-
move that one in between boom bust and best ball.
This
I
one
think.
here.
Yeah, one more down. Because I feel like the guys that fit in that are like the.
I mean,
it's
that is pretty
Derek
much a
Carr,
best
who's
ball
gonna,
play.
and like Aiden O'Connell, who are gonna play a lot, but like they're not drafts.
Yeah, that's a best ball play. I think that's the same thing, man.
Okay.
Because that's the only reason I put that
Yeah.
there. So that's a Zach Wilson.
That's Bo Nix, but
I mean, damn.
Zach Wilson's on the top row.
Oh God, they look the same. Is Deontay really a buy? He is a massive buy to me. Let's see here.
Fields
Justin-
won't play probably.
He's a best ball play
Yeah.
because it's like, what if?
Justin
CJ's my
Herbert.
priority.
Ugly but good, maybe.
Joe
let's see.
Flacco.
Flacco.
Trevor was in
Ugly.
that tier.
Let's see here. Boom bust.
Boom
Will
bust.
Levis. Um,
Stidham, I think is best ball. I think there's a chance he starts.
Yeah, I agree.
interesting. Let's see here. I'm just gonna put
Stidham's
these
better
guys
than
here
that
for
guy.
now. For like they won't play for right now because I'm rather
Yeah.
confident in Bo Nix. But let's see here. Aiden, all right, is he? I think he's a best ball play. He's a
He's gonna
best ball
play a
play
lot,
because
yeah.
you really don't know.
Yeah.
Justin
And
Herbert.
Nix is listed as the third string right now, right?
Who?
Bo Nix.
Something
Is he?
like that. That's
Yeah.
usually the training camp
I think
stuff,
it's
though.
Stidham 1, Zach Wilson 2, Nix 3.
I think we need to add a high risk.
Drew Lock.
Oh, I just need to add another one that says add a row below. Says don't draft.
Jalen Hurts up top in the S tier.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts either goes there. There's Drew Lock. There's Dan DeVito. Jalen Hurts goes here. Neighbors is boom bust. Don't draft. Daniel Jones. Unless in redraft.
Jordan Love's a great, ugly but good guy.
I feel like he's better than that.
Yeah, I guess he could be high priority.
I put him there just because I don't know if he's going to play this year.
Caleb
honestly.
Williams.
Caleb's boom bust.
Yeah.
Caleb's boom bust too. Jared.
Ugly but good.
Ugly but good. Yeah. Let's see here. Jordan Love.
Jordan's,
He's not a high.
I think he's high,
priority for
I
me.
think he's in between those
He's
two.
boom bust to me.
Yeah.
this year. I don't think he's as good as everybody.
Darnold's a perfect best ball guy.
perfect best ball.
Kirk's ugly but good.
Kyler Murray, ugly. but
Penix is
good
won't
or
play.
high
I
priority?
see Kirk as like high risk.
What
I
about
think maybe
Kyler?
that's
Yeah,
what
but
this should
if
be.
he plays, he's gonna be solid.
I'm gonna put these guys as high risk. I think that's a more fun tier as well.
Okay.
So like
I mean, Penix goes and don't play.
Like these guys are high risk options and redraft in a lot of formats because playing time.
I think
is one-
O'Connell moves up because he's gonna be the starter. He's a perfect best ball guy.
Yeah.
Like if
No,
you're just
that's what I'm
having-
saying. But like, we really don't know if it's him or
It's gonna be him.
reality. It probably will be, but like for the whole season, I don't know. So it's like I do want to keep these together because that's the big question mark: is does he?
Yeah.
They did bring him over for a reason. Rattler, Jesus Christ, Penix, what did they do with the camera your day, man? Derek
he's best
Carr,
ball.
best ball. I don't think there's a contract stipulation. Baker Mayfield's best ball play, high priority for
I
Tyler.
think Baker's boomer bust.
I would agree.
You think Baker's boom
I just
bust?
think he's better than everyone in that tier. Like he doesn't belong there.
Interesting.
I mean,
Okay.
I'd rather have him than Derek Carr. So.
The reason I put him here is just because like he typically goes in this range, and it's like you're gonna get 17 weeks, but I'm happy to put him in here.
Brock's ugly
Boom
but
bust
good.
to me, because it's like
But his floor is so high.
It is high, but like he had the highest touchdown rate last year, so it's like a high risk thing to me. So
Yeah, I mean, he's like a regression
You're
candidate, I
thinking
guess.
Tua, ugly good.
Ugly
Yeah.
but good. Actually, he's probably not here. He's probably more best ball, honestly. He's best ball. He's definitely best ball. He's probably
Risk.
A tier. You go here.
Rodgers is somewhere around
Best
there.
ball.
Boom or bust.
Are we
Ugly.
I
saying
think
ugly
Rodgers
but good
could
for
have a good
Tua?
season.
Yeah,
Rodgers
ugly
feels
good
boom
for
bust.
Tua.
Yeah, like when these quarterbacks, it's like the reason I say they're boom bust. Actually, yeah, he could generally be boom because of what? Who was the guy that came
Yeah.
off of an Achilles before? Because I remember he finishes the QB3.
It's also
was-
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. This is high risk. Drake May, high
High
risk.
risk. He should
But,
be with
like,
Brissett.
Yeah.
That
So
looks
it's
right.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
this
it.
feels fine. Because it's like I can make stories for why you should theoretically go for these guys in best ball. But like I'm not actively touting these guys more often than not.
I
Yeah.
think could you make a case for Tua high priority? I might be a bit biased, but
No, I honestly think there can be a case for it. But like the question mark that for me comes, it's like how much is Achon used in the passing game? Because if Achon really gets involved in the passing game, then it's like this guy could be a freak of nature for fantasy purposes this year. Like I have a hard time not. Honestly, for me, I'm not gonna put Caleb high priority. I think one of these two is gonna be like essential. But we'll ultimately have to see. So I'll send a picture of this.
Or
But
A Rich, I could see kind of being in both the S and high priority tier.
he's technically high risk as well. Like there's just so many things that are
he's
just,
also
like,
somewhat
questionable.
boom.
Yeah, like he fits in so many categories, but I want to put him in S tier because it's just like I just don't see a world where he doesn't do well unless he gets injured.
Yeah.
With that said, we've been yapping for an hour 30. That's probably one of our longer streams for a minute here.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was fun.
That's-
Gonna go rest the voice, chug some water for a while. And yeah. All right. I'll send you might have to just we'll figure it out, Grant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Appreciate
Word.
you guys. We'll be back on later. Hope the
Peace,
few
boys.
people who stayed in this stream enjoyed it. Until next time, peace y'all.
All right, catch you out.
See ya.